In July 2026, a billion-dollar milk brand stopped making product in America. Soft source that scaled to trade reporting, Fairlife, Coca-Cola's dairy, hit by ransomware, not a recall, not a storm. US plant lines went quiet. The fridge case suddenly had a breach headline. Tonight's corporate breach case is not a Hollywood zero-day against every Coke server on earth. It is narrower and more physical. Ransomware at a subsidiary, Fairlife. Factory systems in the blast radius. A grocery brand frozen on the floor while Coca-Cola filed with the SEC. Fairlife sits in millions of American refrigerators. Core power protein shakes, nutrition drinks, premium milk with a premium price. Coca-Cola built it into a reported billion-dollar brand. Soft source those figures to Bleeping Computer and Cybersecurity Dive. People buy it without thinking. That is the trust surface. This was never a hobby plant. 4 US facilities drive that scale. Real buildings, real shifts, stainless lines and cold storage. When factory software pauses, milk does not invent itself. Inventory can cover shelves for a few days. Factories cannot bluff forever. On July 16th, 2026, Coca-Cola filed an 8K with the SEC. The paper trail is blunt. Fairlife found unauthorized access to some of its systems, including systems tied to making the product. In connection with ransomware, incident response, outside advisors, law enforcement notified. Then the line that turned cyber into groceries. US production temporarily suspended. Canada kept running. Coca-Cola said Canadian production was not hit. Product quality and safety, the company stressed, were fine. So why pause American lines at all? Because this was not abstract paperwork. It touched systems tied to making what Americans buy. The July 16th filing left the money question open. Full scope unknown. The company had not yet decided if this would materially hit Coca-Cola. Translation: plants had stopped. The full bill was not yet on the page. Here is the first turn. Fairlife is a consumer milk brand. The failure mode is industrial. Attackers did not need to poison product to cause damage. They needed access to production systems. Hold that idea. Who got in and how is still mostly undisclosed. Walk the verified sequence in plain English. Think of factory software as the keys to the production floor. Once ransomware locks those keys, the lines stop. Even if the milk itself is fine, unauthorized access lands. Systems encrypt. US production pauses. Extortion pressure follows. Then Coca-Cola confirms certain data was taken. That is the official chain, not the leak site's screenplay. Keep those two scripts separate in your head. Hold the dates. July 16th, 8K. US production suspended. Roughly July 20th to 21st, Anubis listing appears in reporting. Soft source that claim. July 27th, Coca-Cola confirms certain data taken. Majority of production resumed about 11 days from filing to mostly back online. That is the public arc. Anubis claimed the hit. Soft source every actor line. They said they stole about 1 terabyte. They told Bleeping Computer they encrypted Nutanix systems. They said recovery needed their key. Corporate breach will not treat leak site theater as proven fact. We track what the company confirmed. Coca-Cola declined comment on those specifics. Companies often do mid-crisis. Reporting treated Anubis lines as claims, not as court-tested facts. That gap is the story's tension. Two scripts, One public filing, one extortion site. Second turn. If production paused and safety was fine, what was the real damage? Downtime? Extortion pressure? And whatever sat inside the phrase certain data? The July 27th statement tightens the frame. On July 27th, the tone shifted. Coca-Cola's media center confirmed what the 8K had implied. The event involved the taking of certain data, temporary suspension of US production. Majority of production had resumed at all 4 US Fairlife facilities. Some systems were still being restored. Shelves told a quieter story. Coca-Cola said retail availability was largely fine. Existing inventory covered the gap, so shoppers might never notice the factory freeze. That is the modern food brand paradox. Production can stop while the fridge still looks normal. By late July, Coca-Cola said the incident was not reasonably likely to materially hit its finances. Soft source that to the company statement. Plants were mostly back. The money question cooled. The data question did not. Who is Anubis? In reporting terms, a ransomware crew active since late 2024. Soft source security weak. Double extortion, encrypt, steal, threaten to leak. Some researchers also flag a wipe mode that can destroy files. Treat that as industry reporting, not as Coca-Cola's confirmed forensics. For plant workers, this is not a slide deck. Shifts interrupted, lines idled, paychecks tied to schedules, ransomware paused from afar. Managers running workarounds while IT fights encryption. For shoppers, it is a brand they grab without thinking, suddenly attached to SEC filings and leak site threats. Cyber risk stopped being invisible IT. It touched the milk case, that is the human stake. Food plants live on a dangerous boundary. Office IT on one side, production controls on the other. When those worlds touch, ransomware stops being a ticket queue. It becomes a stopped line. Soft source the Fairlife case as production-related systems, not as a claim that every valve was encrypted. The filing language matters. Third turn. Shelves can look normal while plants recover. That gap is where corporate language hides. Inventory buys time. Filings buy credibility. Neither answers how attackers got in, or what certain data really meant. What remains open? Initial access method, undisclosed. Exact data categories, undisclosed. Whether Anubis volume claims were accurate, unproven in company language. Whether any ransom was paid, not confirmed. Corporate breach stops at the paper trail. The lesson is concentration risk at consumer scale. A subsidiary breach becomes a parent company 8K. A factory pause becomes a national shelf story. Coca-Cola can say safety was intact and shelves were fine. That does not erase the arc from production suspended to mostly restored, or the quiet phrase certain data. For companies, segment production systems, test backups, assume ransomware will treat food brands like any other factory. The fridge brand is only as strong as the plant software behind it. If you buy Fairlife or any food brand hit by ransomware headlines, treat this as a clarity checklist, not a panic. Product safety was not the story Coca-Cola told. Production was. Watch official notices. Soft source accurately claims. Remember, shelves can look normal while plants recover. That gap is where corporate language hides. Be precise about what reporting did not establish. No confirmed initial access method. No proven 1 terabyte theft. Only actor claims beside company language. No product contamination story. Coca-Cola said safety was not impacted. Corporate breach tracks verified filings first, leak sites second. This was Fairlife. This was Coca-Cola filing while American plant lines went quiet. Not every server in Atlanta, a subsidiary with a reported billion-dollar fridge presence. Soft source, the reporting backbone. SEC Form 8K, July 16th. Coca-Cola Media Center, July 27th. Bleeping Computer. Security Week. Cybersecurity Dive. Which corporate failure should we open the file on next? Tell us in the comments. Corporate breach. Case filed until the next production floor learns ransomware is not abstract.